There Was a Country, A Personal History of Biafra, 2012 by Chinua Achebe. The book is a memoir plus historical narrative. There Was a Country, A Personal History of Biafra. Author Chinua Achebe. Genre, memoir and history. Focus, Nigerian Civil War, 1967 to 1970 and the Biafran experience. Chapter 1, Childhood and Colonial Nigeria. Achebe describes his Igbo upbringing in colonial Nigeria. He explains the coexistence of traditional Igbo culture and British colonial education. Early exposure to inequality planted seeds of political awareness. The theme of identity formation under colonial rule. Chapter 2, Education and Intellectual Awakening. Achebe's education at University College, Ibadan. Growth of Nigerian nationalism. Literature becomes a tool to counter colonial narratives. Theme, Power of Storytelling and Education. Chapter 3, Independence and Early Hope. Nigeria gains independence in 1960. Initial optimism about democracy and unity. Achebe works at Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation. Theme, Hope after Independence. Chapter 4, Political corruption and regional tensions. Ethnic rivalry between Igbo, House of Fulani and Yoruba. Political corruption, nepotism and election violence. The country begins to fracture. Theme, Failure of post-colonial leadership. Chapter 5, Military coups and Igbo massacres. 1966 military coups destabilized Nigeria. Mass killings of Igbo people in northern Nigeria. Achebe records trauma, fear and mass displacement. Theme, Ethnic violence and injustice. Chapter 6, Birth of Biafra. Eastern region declares independence as Biafra. 1967. Achebe supports Biafra morally and intellectually. Hope that Biafra will support Igbo lives. Theme, Self-determination. Chapter 7, Life during the war. Achebe describes bombings, starvation and displacement. Severe shortage of food and medicine. Civilians, especially children, suffer immensely. Theme, Human cost of war. Chapter 8, Starvation and humanitarian crisis. Global attention to Biafran famine. Achebe condemns the world's silence. Starving children become the symbol of the war. Theme, Moral failure of the international community. Chapter 9, Achebe as cultural ambassador. Achebe travels abroad to seek international support for Biafra. Uses literature and speeches to raise awareness. Meets global intellectuals and artists. Theme, Writer as activist. Chapter 10, Loss, Trauma and Survival. Achebe loses friends and colleagues. Emotional toll on families and artists. Persistence of hope despite despair. Theme, Psychological scares of war. Chapter 11, Fall of Biafra. Biafra surrenders in 1970. Dreams of an independent nation collapse. Achebe reflects on defeat with dignity, not bitterness. Theme, Tragedy of unrealized dreams. Chapter 12, Aftermath and Reflection. Achebe criticizes Nigeria's leadership even after the war. Warns that unresolved injustice will repeat itself. Calls for truth, accountability and moral leadership. Theme, Memory as Responsibility. Overall summary. There Was a Country is Chinua Achebe's deeply personal account of Nigeria's journey from colonialism to civil war. Through history, memoir and reflection, Achebe explains how political corruption, ethnic hatred and failed leadership led to the Biafran War, resulting in massive civilian suffering. The book mourns the loss of Biafra while warning future generations that a nation without justice cannot survive. Major themes discussed. 1. Nationalism. 2. Ethnic identity. 3. War and suffering. 4. Role of writers. 5. Moral leadership. The story of Biafra is a reminder that nations fail when humanity is ignored.